Yo, this is the seems to be the suing season, and not just in crypto. We got some cool looking water blocks. We got world breaking records being done by Galax. And what's the best viewing angle and what monitor should you be buying? Let's dig in. Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what is going on out there? What up, what up, what up? Hope everybody is having a good start for the last month of the year. Yo, the end of the year is almost here, and happy holidays to anybody out there. There's many different religions out there that are celebrating, their end of the year, holiday festivities. It seems like every religion's got their own variation of how to celebrate the end of the year. So to everybody that's celebrating, happy holidays to all of you guys. Not sure what holiday starts off first for who. I don't keep track of that crap. But for everybody out there, I said it. So what's up, Fudweiser? He's like, yeah, I can finally catch a stream. Yo, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, yo. Smash the lizardy like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're new here. Yo, share this out on your favorite social media. Help get the word out to more people. I'm probably shadow banned, so, we kind of have to be the notification in that sense, right? Yo. So, as the whole saga of the NVIDIA connector thing comes out, came across this one. So PCI SIG, if you guys are unfamiliar with them, did a quick Google search, but PCI SIG is a peripheral component interconnect specialty interest group, is an electronic industry consortium responsible for specifying the peripherals component interconnect for PCI-X and PCIe. So they are the standard for how these connectors are supposed to be built. And remember, guys, I did go over this in a previous video also, where these connectors are being used in data centers currently. Intel uses these for their data solution stuff. A lot of them do. So this is not a brand new power connector solution, right? Not new, but it's new for the consumer market. This is the first time we, as PC builders, are actually seeing this stuff, right? So PCI SIG shares public statement in response to the recent lawsuit against NVIDIA. Dun dun dun! They're being sued. The statement, in short, goes straight to the point. PCIe SIG specifications provided necessary technical information to proper design of the 12-volt high-power cables, says the group. The organization therefore washes its hands of any potential claims that the cable is improperly designed. The statement refers to the ongoing lawsuit against NVIDIA with Genova, which I had to take. I didn't know what this was about. So this is the guy that had started that posted on Reddit. His video his pictures went viral with his connector being melted to the ground. If you guys don't remember, here is his connector. Bum bum bum. So the lawsuit claims that the NVIDIA 16-pin cable poses a serious electrical and fire hazard. Well, not so much fire hazard, but electrical damage, yes. But PCIe SIG wishes to impress upon all members that manufacture, market, or sell the PCIe SIG technologies, including the 12-volt high-power connections, of all of the need to take all appropriate prudent measures to ensure end user safety, including testing for reported problems, cases involving consumer as alleged as in the above reference lawsuit. Members are reminded that PCI SIG specifications provide necessary technical information for interoperability and do not attempt to address proper design, manufacturing methods, material safety testing, safety tolerances, or workmanship when implementing a PCI SIG specification. Members are responsible for the design, manufacturing, and testing of the safety testing of their products. PCI SIG has come out and I have spoken. Bam. They laid down the ban hammer that they are not taking any kind of responsibility if anybody cut corners with the connector itself that's causing the damage, right? And they are not going to sit there and take any responsibility if the end user is incapable or did not realize that they did not secure the connection all the way into the card itself. They are using Gamers Nexus's studies, what he did for testing, and everybody's kind of going off of that, going to see what he had to do to make that happen. So with that being said, it is either going to be a tolerance fit that did not allow the cable to sit all the way to the bottom of the connector, or it's going to be the person itself. The person did not make sure that they sat it in and gave it the wiggle test. Ford patented the wiggle test for a reason. If people would do the little wiggle test to make sure that it's not coming back out immediately, I bet you this would have been solved. But this guy is basically going on. I forget what the guy's name is. Lucas Genova. That's what it is. So Lucas Genova is basically saying, I know how to build computers. I'm not stupid enough to not plug it in all the way. This is your fault. This had nothing to do with me. It's like, it's hard to sit there and make the argument when he's just like, he was the only one in there to witness anything. Nobody knew how it was built. So it's going to be, can he prove it? And is it worth NVIDIA to take a stance against this? Or is NVIDIA going to just, settle out of court just to make this guy go away? Right? So it just depends on how much of a stance NVIDIA wants to take and be like, no. Our connector was not the problem. You obviously did not plug it in all the way. This is all the studies that we've done with all the connections so far, and they are all melting down due to improperly being seated all the way in. That is not our fault. That is an end user issue. So they basically, if there's enough data that confirms that through NVIDIA and through what Gamers Nexus was showing, then I think NVIDIA has a leg to stand on to sit there and be like, no, you're not gonna get anything out of this. You're gonna waste some time. You're gonna waste some money, because it's you got the person who set the standard for this plug going, this is how it was supposed to be made. If you didn't make it this way, this is your fault. And NVIDIA is going to turn around. We've tested out, X amount of them. And the only way we've been able to get failure is if we unplug them. So it kind of depends on where their data sits at. I don't know behind the scenes for NVIDIA's side for their testing, internal testing of these cables. I would hope that they're doing internal testing of these cables, just doing random sample picks of these things and going, is it melting? Is it not? But if you're really looking at it, though, you're not really seeing a whole lot of melted cables being surfaced up. It's kind of like one here, one over here, one over here. It's not like you're just seeing a little blop of just like a whole batch of people sitting there with cables and they're all melting down. That was the 4090 is NVIDIA's #1 seller right now. They can't even sell a 4080 because the price on that is like, they can go pound sand. But it seems to be like one out of so many people have this issue. So is it a connector issue or is it a person problem? And, even the best of the PC builders can overlook something. It happens. So I'm not thinking that this Genova guy, he might have made a mistake. Very well possible. Very well possible. But something else that's been coming out that's actually pretty cool. It looks like the RTX 7900 Nitro, so the Sapphire Nitro, is going to be utilizing a vapor chamber. Ooh, that's interesting. They're going to be covering up all the memory modules plus the core with that, it looks like. So they're going to have full coverage. They should have individual reliefs for everything that they're wanting to cover here, which I like that. It seems like the vapor chamber has been increasing heat dissipation because you're using two miniature water blocks. If you really think about it, they're two AIO systems integrated with one. So one is going to be a high temp AIO and one's going to be a low temp AIO, which is pretty nice. What up, Integra guy? What up? What up? So I think that with this, they'll be able to keep some pretty damn good temps on here. AMD's usually pretty decent with their temperatures already. Even with my 6800 XT, that thing, the temperatures on it I can have it in a sweltering room, and that card gives me absolutely zero problems. I had that thing mining at 137 degree temperature in the mining room, and that card was still chugging along at perfect temperatures. We didn't even get a crack above 67C on the core with that. So to see them add in a vapor chamber means that you're just going to be able to overclock the snot out of this thing if you're using this thing for gaming at all, which I approve. GPU Jesus approves of this. I love overclocking snots out of shit. This just looks like it's going to be, you're going to have tons of headroom on this. Tons of headroom because of how the integration of that. I mean, just think of the headroom that NVIDIA already has. They're going to be blessing AMD with the same awesomeness. Yo! So that's going to be some pretty good performance. They'll be able to keep up. It's not all shit. It's not out of that shit. Oh yeah. So I mean that I'm kind of excited to see that, especially if they're going to be able to go toe to toe with NVIDIA and I'm not even saying like going under LN2. I'm just saying a heads up performance. You pull this card out of the box, you pull that card out of the box. Which one's going to perform the best for you? And if AMD can sit there and say, there's really no difference. I'm excited, super excited, and that might push me over to having an AMD in here at some point in time in my personal PC. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Not anytime soon, that's for sure. Something that I would like to have. Oh my god! So if anybody has an NVIDIA RTX A5000 data center card, I'd love to have one of them. Love to have me one of them. Oh my goodness. This will be, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is nice. I mean, really nice. So the water block on this thing has a rear manifold. Oh, I love this already. What's nice about hydraulic pressure is whatever you get at one end, you're going to get at the other end. So you're always going to have flow. But what's nice about how they did the ports on this is you'll have your main feed coming in, and you'll be able to use an out feed going to the next card, and then you have your exit out of the card itself. This is a nice little manifold setup here. Look at that. 5000 Pro. So basically it's gonna, I'm not even sure how this really even comes across. It is so weird to kind of think of how this thing is coming across, other than it's just flowing through this back plate and it's coming in contact with everything. You know, like it's channeled, you know, through the backside. Like this is all one vapor chamber kind of setup, right? This would provide, and it would make the server case look so nice too. Oh my god! I mean, imagine being able to open up a server case and you see eight RTX 5000 Pros water blocked in there, with like quick disconnects going into a like a Moray radiator. Oh my god, that would be like mining prawn. That's mining prawn right there. I'm just saying. If you like mining prawn, you would want to see, like, and the one person that made mining prawn himself, that would be Tech Shinji. That man made some mining prawn that would, like, oh giggity. But this would be really nice too. I would love to see an actual solution with the EK system on the A5000 graphics on there. I'm just saying that would probably be really nice. And it looks like my video is a little washed out. I don't know why. Figure. Oh. Don't know why it looks like it's all like this new camera. Like, I like it, but it's like it doesn't compensate for light enough. I swear. Hey, there we go. That's how it should be. But it's like it's not blowing out everything. Ah, perfect. Don't know why it's being like that. It's kind of stupid. Just saying. Okay. There we go. Now it doesn't look like I'm like everything's like washed out really bad. All right, cool. Sorry, that was like kind of like distracting. I could see like it looked like it had a bad white balance on there. All right. And then you guys are looking for to build a new computer. You know, I'm an AMD guy. You already know this. I mean, not that Intel platform is not bad. If you're an Intel person, I'm not hating on you, but I'm going to look at AMD more often. So with that being said, so after Black Friday, during Black Friday, AMD CPUs went on sale. Now that we're past Black Friday, they're still the same price, guys. So you can actually get your hands on some good performing CPUs at reasonable prices. Oh my gosh, I love it. You know, so they're trying to be a little bit more competitive with Intel, who was able to drop their prices. They came in with their pricing a little bit better. What up, last piece to the puzzle? What up, my dude? So Ryzen 5 7600X. So that's a 6-core processor. You're looking at $248.98. Decent deal on that. The 7700X, you're looking at $348. We'll call that $350. The 7900X, we'll call that, you know, $440. And then the 7950X, and I'll tell you guys right now, the 7950X is not 100% worth to just go run out and grab just because it's the top tier. You're not getting much of a difference between the 7900X and the 7950X. Now, for my personal PC, would I like to get the Threadripper 2950WX? Yes. for one reason: the lineup is discontinued. So yes, I'm doing it for the idea that I'm getting a last of a generation. So yes, I want the best of the best. If I'm gonna fork out for the best, the next gen, the last of the enthusiast line Threadripper. But if you're looking to, if you are, let's say you're sitting on the 5600X, right? So you're on the Ryzen 5 5600X, or the 6600X. You're not going to sit there and you're going to see a bigger bump going upward like that than you would going, hey, I've already got the 6900X and I'm going to go for the 7950X. The amount gain that you're going to get is not huge. But if you're, let's say like myself, I've got first gen Threadripper in here. I haven't even put in my the Threadripper that I just purchased, not that like a month ago. I still haven't put it in here. But like for me, for my decision of jumping up to the last generation on the first series, for me made a lot of sense, because I was getting into a better platform that they had already fixed a lot of the earlier issues with. So for me to go into the next generation from here, I would be looking at the 2900X for the Threadripper, and that will be a huge update for where I'm at. Now I'm going to go for the 2950WX just because, again, it's last generation. They don't make them no more. Outside of that, is it necessary? Absolutely not. I will not see any performance difference between, for my utilization. Now your use case might be different if you're doing rendering, something that's CPU bound. You might see a little bit extra performance by going after the 7950X, but I'll tell you guys right now, more than likely you are not gonna, because just because you get more cores doesn't make it more better. You know what I'm saying, guys? A lot of times in my experience, the 7900X probably is the 7950, so it has the 16 cores on there. You just have to turn them on. Maybe the temperature was a little hot on those cores, so you have to water block it. So you know what I'm saying? So there I don't know if the 7900X will allow you to unlock the other cores if they are there. If they're not, then it's a totally different die setup between the two. But I would almost say that we are looking at one where all the chiplets didn't fail, and then one where some of the chiplets failed. Like, I want a B450. I think I will be getting a 5700G because the board has onboard HDMI and such. Might make it a block, a chain, a storage, a machine, since it's new enough to avoid exploits. Nice. Yeah, for sure. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I cannot poke any holes in that logic. Madu. So and for where it is on stock and on Amazon, so the 7900X, 7700X, and 7600X are in stock, of course. So your performance to, what you're getting out of the 7900X, if you're wanting to go top tier, you're not doing bad. That would be my opinion with that. Now, coming to that beautiful thumbnail, right, guys? Yo. So, Galax OC Labs. So this is the internal team from Galax. So they went and cherry picked the best of the best card that they had, right? Let's be real. If you're owning these cards, you're going to keep the best one for yourself. I mean, don't lie. You'd do it too. I would. But they were able to, under liquid nitrogen, get that under a full pot, get up to 3,825 megahertz. Yo, that is spectacular, actually. So the 3D Mark 11 performance, 3.7 gigahertz. The Vantage Extreme and the performance at 3.7 gigahertz, and this one will really hit the ray tracing really hard. Port Royal, that one too, 3.7 gigahertz. Now, yes, I understand these are not going to be like real world numbers. You will never see this but it's good data for, like I said, NVIDIA to have, because then they know where the upper limit is of this die, and they can see it'll probably help them for being able to see where the hot spots are, and then get the pathways to shrink just a little bit more. And that's really what it is that we're trying to get these pathways so close to each other, but they can't touch. You know what I'm saying? You're flowing just big amount of power. So I would be curious to see how many silicon chips that AMD with with one of the foundries, how many wafers get destroyed on the first, on the very early products. I'm just saying that would be an interesting one. So to me, this is pretty cool. I would like to see this thing under a mining load with that same frequency on it, to see if it could even hang tight at that higher end. Eventually, I'll get myself a liquid nitrogen pot that I'll be able to slap on and do some liquid nitrogen testing myself. I have been dying to get into this hobby. It was the better way, because you don't get fucking paid to do this shit. You're just doing it because it's fun, and you take a big risk of breaking your shit in the process. So yeah, a lot of fun. Eventually I'll do some GPU drag racing here, and that eventually. Just kind of been putting all of my funds and energy into setting up the mining facility, which a lot of stress has come off of my plate as of just recently, so I'm thankful for that. So, right? And if Crypto Bedell is here, he brought up a little thing while I was working out this morning. So Crypto Bedell, shout out to you. This part is dedicated to the conversation that you spurred right before I got done with my workout session this morning. So he was talking about monitors, right? So I was sitting here and kind of going, okay, what is your typical viewing distance, and all of that good stuff. So it really kind of turns out that you get like a focal point of about 30 degrees of focal images that are going to be in your direct view that you are going to be visually interacting with, right? So with that being said, anything beyond that becomes more peripheral. So for a monitor, let's put it that way. You want like a 27-inch monitor, you want to be about an arm's length away. You're probably looking at about 20 to 25 inches for a 27-inch monitor, right? So, and this is going to be covering your formats of 1080p and 1440p. So as you start increasing a lot more pixel density, you need to start sitting back off your monitor. And whenever he was talking that he wanted to get a 4K monitor, I was like, I know that there is a viewing distance from your monitor that you really want to be to have a very comfortable viewing angle. Now, as you guys know, I've got 3 monitors here, but again, these are my peripherals. So, and the reason why I want to get two more like like of the same resolution of the monitor that I have in front of me right now is so that my viewing angle of everything is cohesive, right? So if I'm doing a video game and I'm doing, like, let's say a racing game, I can turn my head and look at the other monitor, and now I have a new focal point, right? And I can turn my head over here. I got a new focal point for my, it gives you more of an immersive viewpoint of the layout of the car. And it makes it just a little bit more smoother to be able to just kind of look around. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. I know where I'm orientated. Outside of that, if you're talking about a single monitor, you're going to be, I'm sitting back in my chair where I'm usually at when I'm like, even when I'm gaming. Like if I'm gaming, I'm probably even further back. I've got a 32-inch monitor here. It's 1440p, so I've got a little bit more pixel density than in a 1080p monitor, right? So 1080p monitor, you're going to be, between right around 5 inches. Variation of the size of the screen is going to be your distance for proper viewing angle, right? So I'm more than an arm length away. I would probably say that that's another 8 inches until my hand touches the monitor. And this is how I am when I'm driving with my racing games. So I can already tell you that this one singular monitor in front of me is huge, for especially with how far up you're sitting. Now, Crypto Bedell also had sat there and was talking about he wanted a 4K monitor. I was like, man, I wonder how far away you should actually sit from a 4K monitor. So looking that up, a full HD resolution, 2 times the screen size equals the viewing distance. For example, a 100-inch screen would require you to sit 200 inches away from the screen for proper viewing distance. That sounded a little crazy, and I'm like, if you get up onto it. Now, some monitors, if they're 4K, they might not be as bright, so you're going to be looking at what they call the nits. The nits are the actual value that they're measured in each little LED or quantum dot, whatever panel style you choose to get in 4K resolution. They are going to be sat there and measured in nits, and a nit is just a measure that equals 1 candela per square meter. A candela, in turn, is a unit of measurement for light intensity. So basically, if you have a really bright screen, you're going to want to sit back even further, just because it's pretty intense on your eyes, and it will cause your viewing to not be as good as it should be. You can turn down the brightness of your screen, but with the pixel density, you still want that distance. And if the bigger your screen is, the more you want to come back, because like, if you come in really close, you lose a part of you especially on a big monitor, you're going to lose a part of it in front of your face. Now, if you're wanting that VR experience, fine. That's cool. You can look up, look down, look all around. But most people, that's not a typical viewing pattern for people. They're going to be pulled away. There's going to be that point where they can feel that eye strain. Or it's just too much looking around because they're sitting too close and the monitor's too big, and they're moving their head around. Competitive gamers are going to sit back because they want to be able to just lightly move their eye around on the screen and they can see everything. Again, you want to put that 30-degree cone in the middle of the screen, and then this way you only need to move that your field of vision over a smaller motion. And then, believe it or not, even the angle of the screen to, like, if you're trying to cut a glare, right? Between no more than like 20 degrees of tilt to cut a glare. Otherwise, it affects your viewing angle again. So it'll give you a weird depth perception overall. So it's like if you're wanting a 4K monitor, I would probably be sitting there and saying 4K monitor at 32 inches means that you've got to sit at least 60 inches away. Do I have a tape measure? Oh, yes, I do. I have a tape measure. Now, if my monitor was, let's say, 4K, I got a 32-inch monitor, I want 64 inches. I'd be sitting all the way back here for a good viewing distance. This is 64 inches away. Now I'm at a 32-inch monitor. Now for where I'm at, where I game at, I'm about 32 inches back. So, I mean, me sitting up like this is me like, oh, I'm trying to read something. But when I'm like relaxing and I'm trying to game, I'm sitting my ass back. I want to watch a movie on here, I'm sitting my ass back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the wife's watching with me. Then I got to sit my ass back and come off to the side so she can watch too. What up, Rude? What's going on, my dude? What up, what up, what up? So, yeah. That has been like something that I was actually kind of curious about right after he got done talking with me, Crypto Bedell, this morning about monitors. Kind of struck me going, that actually looks pretty interesting. It's bedtime over here, my man. Oh, no problem, dude. Thanks for popping in and smashing that Lizzie like button. You rock, my dude. You are awesome for sure. 100% you rock. All right, so it's been kind of interesting with looking at the monitors themselves. Now, like I said, I've been looking at monitors, guys. I mean, I really want to get another monitor here, get rid of my 1080p monitors and get a 1440p so all my monitors freaking match. Let's see here. Gaming monitors. Oh yeah. And I definitely want a... We're gonna get the same size as what I've already got. So 32 and a half or 30 or 31 and a half or 32. Most of them are 31 and a half. Let's see here. Pull this up over here. No, I don't need that. All right. The moonshine helped when I was sick the last time. Nice. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Stig lives. Yes. What's going on, Stig? What up? What up? All right. So, and again, like if you look at even this one, this one's like 31.5 inches of viewable distance. Be careful of whenever they're sitting there and they say it's 32-inch monitor, that sometimes they do measure bezel to bezel. Make sure you can specify where their viewing distance is. But some of this stuff, like you can get like pretty crazy with it. Like the MSI Optiplex, this one's got some amazing color splash to it, but you're paying $469 for that amazing color splash. The Auroras, it's a good monitor, but you're paying $500 for it. It has, it's gonna have. If you were trying to be competitive gaming, this is gonna be a great monitor over here. but I can't. It's like for a 1440p monitor, I can't register $500 for 2 more monitors. That's $1,000 in monitors. I paid like $230 for my LG monitor in front of me. And another thing that you can do, guys, is don't worry about getting NVIDIA G-Sync. It's not fucking necessary at the end of the day. I will tell you that right now. There is like little to no difference between G-Sync and no G-Sync. Now, if you allow the drivers to put in the game ready drivers and stuff like that with the whole GeForce experience, then the G-Sync kind of works with it a little bit, but I haven't. My untrained eye doesn't see a difference. I really don't. I see more of a gain between having a good frequency on there, 165 hertz or better. That I notice, especially since my 2 side monitors here are only 60 hertz monitors. I can tell the difference now that I've got a really good monitor in front of me. Let's see here. So I want to isolate this more because like I don't really need to go. Like I said, I just want to match what I got in front of me really. So we got AOC. This one's under $200 before shipping. So that one looks pretty tasty. Now I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna take a look at this. Are we VESA mounts capable? Oh yeah, VESA mount compatible. Look at that. So $200. Oh, it's curved though. You lost me. I don't want curved. See, that's why you got to take a look at this stuff. It's like, oh, that's curved. No, that's poopy now. Let's see here. $250 for this one. And we're curved again. Damn it. I don't want curved. Is there a selection for no curved? Don't want curved. Why do people like curved? That shit like rolls weird depending on the game you got. I don't like them. I am not a fan of them. Just give me my straight monitors. Let's see here. Can I choose? Or what about a refurbish? What do we got for refurbish? This is where I usually go shopping. I go shopping in the refurbished ones. That's what this monitor was. Oh, we've only got a couple. And curved. $250. I bet you that's curved. Is that curved? Yep, curved. Yeah. Bummer. Right. I will agree with you on that one. I will 100% agree with you on that one. All right. So this is what I got right now in front of me, which is an LG Ultra Gear. This is the monitor I have sitting directly in front of me, guys. They're $250 on this thing. Gives me everything that I'm looking for. This is true 1440p, 1 millisecond refresh rate, 165 hertz. It's got the G-Sync on here if that's what you want. It's got G-Sync and G-Sync and FreeSync. Or this one's the FreeSync one. Is it? Oh. This one is the one that does not have the Intel crap on there. the NVIDIA crap on it. Oh, that's awesome. That's why this one is a little cheaper and it's freaking new because it doesn't have Nvidia on here and it ships from the United States for $250. This to me, guys, seems like a pretty good deal. If it had the Nvidia G-Sync in here, it would have been about a $325 monitor. Same fucking monitor, but it doesn't. But this one doesn't have the G-Sync chip in there. So yeah, that's actually not a bad deal on there. That's $250 basically, plus shipping. I'll have to wait until after Christmas, of course. I've got to get some funds together before I do that, so I haven't done it yet, guys. I have not done it. But that would be one that I would take a look at, just for the pricing on that one. Void Tech, not very familiar with these guys. They stand behind their pixels. 3 years, 0 dead pixels for $260. But it's curved. Oh, you lost. I don't want curved. That Asus Pro Art display, man, it's got cool color saturations. Not good for gaming. That one I've seen other people testing on there. They're like, there's better monitors for gaming for being able to keep up without any kind of like tearing or anything like that. Here is this my monitor here? Oh wow, this is the oh, I don't know what the heck. This is somebody else. Ships from Canada, eh? That's why. That one's from Canada, eh? Gotta be careful with shopping on Newegg. Gotta kind of look around where it's coming from, and that might be the reason why it's a little more money. So, I mean, out of this whole list here, I mean, just on here alone, I would be going after a 32-inch monitor here. This LG with the FreeSync on it. Call it a day on there. This would be the. I mean, if I was sitting there, I would not turn it down. If one of my family members got me a gift and it was two of these monitors, I would not turn it down. But yeah, my family would never do that. They're just as broke as I am. So yeah, just free is better, just like the 4090. Yeah, if we can ever get a free 4090, for sure. So yep, that's pretty much what I've got going on for today. That's all I had really going. That's all I had I wanted to discuss today. Yeah. This weekend I plan on getting the lights set up for my 3D printer, and I will start doing some time-lapse 3D prints. I'm going to be starting off with a torture toaster, guys, which it just kind of stress tests your printer's ability to print properly. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually kind of curious to see if I could finally do that. I was having tons and tons and tons of problems with it before. Let's see if I finally worked past those annoyances of problems. Yo. So thank you everybody for being here. Of course, if you got any comments or questions, now is the time to sit there and drop those. But if you guys are interested into the 3D print stuff, I'm going to be, as soon as I got the 3D printer set up, I will be bringing those back for 3D Print Mondays. Yo! Because I know a bunch of people were actually kind of interested in that, because I got a whole time-lapse camera set up on there. I drop it with a sick beat on there, and it fucking looks so cool. So cool. It's like total fucking fire, dude. I'm just saying. Fire! With that being said, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you guys are mining crypto and you would like to have your rigs hosted at a facility, professional facility here, You should check out the Family Mine. That's my company. That's mine. I'm gonna shill myself on this one, guys. So in the link down below, I have a Patreon link. If you'd like to get VIP early access, join the Pseudo Hasher tier. That will guarantee you a slot into the Family Mine. Because once we open up our doors to the public, it'll be a feeding frenzy. I'm already telling you guys. Me and Mikkel have some stuff working on the background. I cannot wait to tell you guys, but I can't. There's no green light on any of what I can say to you guys. So we're just gonna give the announcement for the announcement for the announcement of the announcement that might be for the announcement of the thing that we're gonna announce. Yeah, I think that's how it'll work out. We'll Justin Sun the shit out of it. But definitely got some cool stuff in the pipeline for the Family Mine. Takes a lot of stress off of me, trying to kickstart this thing with Mikkel. Been quite stressful, especially with a downturning market. This has been extremely fucking painful. So yes, big stuff coming to the Family Mine. And with that being said, I'll leave it right there. Leave you wondering what this huge news that might be coming up here. I mean, I've already qualified for the industrial rate power, but there's even bigger news. There's even bigger news yet. Well, with that being said, guys, smash that lazy like button, subscribe, join the Discord, links down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and of course, stay savage. May your watts be low and your hash be high. Yo!